Hello, back again to do another unboxing and review. Today I have a new line of little collectible figurines. These come from a company called Skyrocket, and these are Grumblies, Miniacs. Now, before we go any further, if Grumblies is a cartoon series, a game, a comic, etc., I'm not sure. I just thought these looked kind of cool, so I picked them up. Alright, these are the smaller versions. There were considerably bigger versions of these characters. However, the small collectible figurine thing just was more in my line of what I wanted, so I picked these. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a look around the box or container. Alright, so Grumblies and Miniacs. Now, this part here, I think that's supposed to be kind of like a play on the word maniac, but they have mini in there, so mini because they're small, and I guess maniac because, well, they do look pretty crazed. So, alright. And judging by this big question mark with a silhouette figure here, we can guess this is a blind box type scenario where we don't know who we're going to get until you open up the container. Alright, on the side here, small size, major meltdown. And there's another character you could get right there. I like that one, that blue guy. Hope I get him. Alright, so again, I'm not really sure what this whole thing about Maniacs and Meltdown and all that. Again, I don't know, maybe you know more about it if you watch a cartoon, if there is one or whatever. But again, these guys look pretty cool, so I picked them up. Alright, and here's Skyrocket, and then you have the UPC, and that's about it for information. And of course, you get one figure in a container. So let's look at overall the packing. It's pretty interesting. It does fit really nice in your hand, even if you have smaller hands. So that's a kind of a plus of having this type of container. I'm not really sure what the whole deal with the hexagon. I assume this is supposed to be like a rock here. I mean, of course it's plastic, but it's made to look like a rock. I mean, do these guys come out of rocks or whatever? Again, I don't watch the cartoon, so I'm not sure. And but yeah, it's interesting because it's a rock and it's a hexagon, and it's kind of like a column, so it reminds me of what's that, basalt? In nature can do similar thing like that, columns in hexagon shapes. So okay, anyway, as far as the packaging goes, it works. It fits nice in your hand, and it is pretty unique compared to just being in a regular old paper box. So, so far so good, and let's go ahead and do the unboxing. By the way, this is Series 1, so, okay, let's get it open. Alright, let's see, I don't really see any tear here on the plastic, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this little depression here between the fake rock and get a knife under there, and then just cut away from the camera and myself. There we go. And it should come off. Oops, okay. Alright. So here we are. Interesting. You know, so the top looks like artificial rock, right? But the side, you can see, is actually doesn't have that artificial rock look. It's really smooth and shaped, and it almost looks like these grooves are maybe supposed to slide together. Oh, I bet so. So I think this, you can see how this one sticks out, and this one's, so I think another one of these can fit here and slide in. I'm not sure, but that's what it looks like at least. Okay, so as to open it, it already has a place where you separate right here. There we go. So there's our figure. I'm assuming this is a little collector's guide or something. Okay, so there's the size we got. These are the bigger ones. Yeah, so these stand like, I don't know, what, not quite a foot tall perhaps, but yeah, they're considerably bigger than the one that we have here. Of course, these are the Miniacs, so that makes sense. Oh, and then here ours are who you could get. It looks like we have Oh, and they look like they're in little camps or something. Like, well, there's a sun. This is an easy one. We have a snowflake here, so these are like our ice guys, Yetis or whatever. And then, okay, you have fire and ice and water. Okay, I get it. And it looks like, so there's a total of what, 6 by 2, so there's 12 characters you can get, at least according to this. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to the character. I can already see his hair. It's looks to be yellow. So I'll do our little pull him out. Drum roll. Ta-da! Wow. Okay, get that hair under control there, or at least partly under control. So, yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Okay, well, texture. It is it's somewhat rubbery. Not really not like a squeeze toy, but if you push, it does give in. So it's kind of a thicker rubber, kind of similar to like a bouncy ball. And he does have this hair, and of course you can shape. This is if you were around in the 80s and 90s, you remember troll dolls. That's exactly what this hair reminds me of. And there's a little peg on the bottom, so yep. And he has little spikes on him. Alright, so yeah, this is actually a pretty cool character. And also, yeah, so he does have three-dimensional facial structures, so it's not just painted on, but you actually can see like his mouth and teeth. No, I'm saying is like the teeth here, they're not just painted white, they actually are higher than the back of his mouth, so yeah. Okay. Alright, so back to the container here. As I thought earlier, these do fit together. If you have more of these, you could slot more of these bigger portions together, but just to show you that it works, I'll just use the lid of this same container, and you can see that these slide in like this. There you go. So you can make little platforms, and if you get enough of these, you can make a whole, like I said, a basalt field, and you can have different levels. Yeah, so pretty cool. And then display your characters on top of it, like so. Maybe you can even play like a little monster chess or whatever. Anyway, okay. By the way, this guy here is Juju. Alright, so to give you an idea of how big, or I guess you could say how small, these characters are, for reference on the left, that's a 16mm die. So that's the size dice you'd usually get in like a board game. A little smaller than casino dice, but yeah, so your standard 6-sided die. So that should help. Alright, in conclusion, would I recommend these? Yes, I would. I think they're actually really cool. And a big part of that is, since I have no clue what the Grumblies series is, I'm just going based on the figure that I have to hold and look at, and I'm quite happy with them because, I don't know, I just think he looks cool, and since I don't have any connotation of like what this character is supposed to be, I'm probably just going to use him as like a little desk ornament. You know, put them on your keyboard. When they keep bothering you with, are those reports ready, and the people keep coming to your cubicle, you can just point to him. Back off, overloaded, you know. So, yeah. Also, the size. I think this is the better size option for these characters. I don't have the full size ones here, but I'll use this little collector's guide here. So, these guys stand, I think, like almost a foot tall. But you can see here that they don't restrict the hair to just their head. Instead, they put it all over the body of the characters. And to be honest, these things look more like Furbies, so they kind of lose that cool factor. As where this guy with his rubber, which kind of looks like skin or hide. So, with that being said, I have 2 other ones I'm going to open up here, and I guess we'll have a little Grumbly battle. And yeah, so I got some more to collect.